Channel. I'm PommyInOz. This is Monday, 8 o'clock, so that means it's selection table. We've got a game on Thursday. Vibes are incredibly high. Cooper Lord has signed a 3-year deal. Dan Gorringe has brought the club down. And Gerard Waitley is doing what he does best, white knighting like the best of them. And I'm joined by an esteemed panel. We have got apologies. Even though Ian Brownie has quit doing YouTube, evidently that means he's got no free time. He is tied up with work. But joining me is an esteemed midfield core. This is the best midfield core on the planet. First off, my new signing, Bigger Touche, OnlyCarlton, a man that dropped a cool grand to go and watch Sydney lose. Loved your vlog, mate. How are you doing?
Fucking terrible, Pommy. Terrible. I had to watch Lewis Young play on Charlie Kerner, so I'll tell you what, I'm not doing the best.
Mate, I mean, what was it like, though? Did you... crowd atmosphere, was that good? Was it good fun? Did you enjoy it apart from the result?
I'll tell the first half I had the time of my life. Wholeheartedly, it was the most fun football experience I've been to. So I sat in like a bay full of Carlton supporters. So it was all us, and there was like this old lady. She was like a Sydney supporter. She was a teacher. She was like, "I'd give you so many detentions for swearing right now." That's true. She literally said that to me. But yeah, no, literally, first half was great. Vibes were high. Sydney supporters actually make some noise. I was surprised. And then I saw Nick at halftime, and it all went downhill.
How good was that? Oh, apart from the after.
Yeah, meaning you were sick. After that, I was like, "Fuck."
Well, you know what?
We shouldn't have met.
It's we can officially blame Nick and Atouche for Carlton's second half. Rory Sloan did say it is Carlton's fans' fault that second half. So now we know. You two, you had a beer.
Well, I'll put my hand up. Sorry, guys.
We did have a beer. It was fun, and Atouche was right. It was fucking hell from there. We cuddled. We cuddled.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
That's what you do in Sydney. Men cuddle. They go to Sydney to cuddle.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there it is. There it is. And joining me live via satellite, he's a little bit slow today, but I'm trying to work out, usually when we lose, I either get sarcastic LekDog or confident LekDog. Which LekDog have I got today?
I've got no idea at this stage.
No, that's not confidently.
I watched 5 quarters of live footy on the weekend. I went to the Collingwood St Kilda game and watched 4 quarters of that. And the only quarter of the game, because I was on a plane, I saw for Carlton was the third one. So not feeling super thrilled about the Carlton portion of football I saw. But I'm excited to talk about the team. Hopefully we can collectively pick an actual football team this week instead of just the players' names we know, like the Carlton Football Club did last week. I think
it's going to be interesting. I can tell you, chat, you've got 30 players to pick a team for.
That's too many. That's too many.
I think there is only 30 fit players. So
I would endeavour, I implore chat to consider when we're picking this team today, pick on filling positions. Let's not pick just on players' names. Please, God, please.
LekDog's going to do a Mark Marillion, and he's preparing us to drop Crips. I can't believe it. But my main man, big time Nick. We love you, Nick. You're always got something funny to say. And a big congratulations to Nick. Nick nailed the team just gone. That was your team, Nick, bar the injury that we didn't know it. So, Nick, you are the clubhouse leader as the genius selector.
I think it just means it's his fault.
I mean, I'll take it.
You won that award, but I mean, technically, we can blame you that you lost us the game. What did you see? Wow. You were there, obviously. You went. You were an idiot. You took your mate who's a Sydney fan.
Oh my god,
that must have been hard.
Did anyone see that idiot on TV? I took a package and got to be part of the Guard of Honour, and we didn't know at the time, but they said, "Okay, you're in the Guard of Honour today." And my mate Heath, he's got all his Sydney gear on, and I said, "All right, mate, you're sitting this one out. Can you take photos of me?" He's like, "No, I've paid for this package. I'm coming in." I said, "All right, well, you at least take your scarf off," and it's pretty embarrassing. And he wasn't doing it. Look, it was pretty. was funny, I guess. But mate, I just wanted to sink into the SCG surface, and it's probably that rattled the players. So in that sense, it was my fault. I fucking brought him, and I brought bad juju to the club. And I need to be punished and feel like sitting this week out. But I won't be bringing a fucking Richmond supporter to the MCG this week.
Nick, my sources tell me as well that you may have put a hard tag on a Carlton club legend as well at this event.
What?
Are we allowed to share with the class?
Right.
Your bit of banter with Diesel that went down like a nuclear bomb in Hiroshima.
So we had Harry O'Farrell at the lunch table sitting next to Diesel, and me and my mate Keith, who features a bit tonight, he was talking to Harry, and he said, so, the new working from home regulations, what does a footballer do to be working from home twice a week? And I chimed in and I said, well, the thing is the Carlton Football Club's been working from home for 20 years. And that went down like a lead balloon. Diesel was totally off me. There's no coming back. I'm surprised he didn't drop me. He's dropped people for less. So
That's so good.
Well, you know what? Yeah. When Nick told me this, it was just pre-game, and it was probably the last time I laughed all weekend. Like for 72 hours, I've just been full on. So I thank Nick for the last happy moment of my life. Was him telling me this story.
Nothing like a little bit of truth spitting.
I went into it with high hopes, and I came out depressed. But joining us for the first time this season, your friend, mine, my favourite person to talk to. He's the Oracle. He's the only journalist in 2025 I didn't want to personally egg. Jono Baruch, Gardiner Stand, Olympian. He's got it all, man. He's got it all. This is the main man. Jono, welcome to the crew. How are you feeling, mate?
Olympian now. That's a gong I didn't know I had. A lot better now. Eden, and a bit like Carlton in the third quarter last week of taking last week off. So it was a late start to the season for me, but thrilled to be back. Thrilled to be back with you fine gentlemen for another year. It's didn't get off to the start that I think we wanted to, but I've got another question for Nick before we get into it.
Yeah, mate.
Lincoln Park. Were they terrible, or were they?
Oh man,
actually
I loved
right?
it, mate. I loved it. I've loved Lincoln Park for since I was a kid. But to be able to take my daughter to that gig and go GA and see it. But your question was about the band, so they played really well. Look, Emily's not Chester. She doesn't claim to be Chester. I think she did a great job. It's there, but it's different.
Yeah.
So, mate, just to see Lincoln Park and see their music again. We had Mike jump right in front of us because we got up front row. I just kept pushing my daughter up, pushing her up. We eventually got there, but stuck to the side kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Mike came up and sat right on the fence, started shaking everyone's hand. So, mate, that made my day. Whereas what Sydney did to us made our holes week. So we got reamed.
Mate, it's envious. I love a little bit of Mike Shinoda as well. I used to like Fort Minor as well. Do you remember them?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Fort
Sorry.
Minor.
Oh, no.
That was his side gig, his side hustle. Pretty good if you actually check them out. They're very good.
Send that
Highly
to me
recommend.
later.
Highly recommend. But we're here to pick a team, and you know what? By popular demand, you all asked for this last week. I've brought it back. We've brought it back, chat. We've brought it back. This is going to be a Tushy's first time.
Ooh.
And if I press
Someone's
this button,
echoing Pom, so you're going to have to work out whose mic it is that's echoing.
Someone's echoing. Chat,
Yeah,
do you want to give...
that's what they're saying in chat.
Who?
Kate's saying that they can hear an echo.
Well, you see, I can't hear it from here, so if everyone can hear it, that would be good. You should be able to hear it if someone talks louder and it stops being echoed.
Are you underwater now?
Is he muffly?
Yeah. Pom, you're underwater now.
Pom's been thrown overboard on the cruise on that holiday.
I just heard the echo then.
Yeah. I'm going to blame Atouche.
I can't hear it, so maybe it's me. I can mute my mic and then tell me if it's me.
No,
Wait.
if you... I can help you through it. If you go to the cog...
Yeah.
Everyone go to the cog, go to audio. There'll be a thing
echo
called-
counts.
Click it on and off. Make sure you've got it.
How's that?
Is that better? No, now I
Better?
can hear it.
Now I can hear it.
It's way worse.
Yeah, no.
Oh, we've absolutely ruined the stream even worse.
How have you all done that?
Wow. Test. Yeah.
We can't even feel.
How's that?
Guys, what have you done to the stream?
Oh no.
If
You've changed the program on us, Pom.
If we all go one by one and mute, whoever mutes their mic and the echo stops, it's them.
Let's just do that. Right, I'll keep mine open. Right, now we're two. Should everyone mute their... Okay. Atouche, undo your mic.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
LekDog.
Hello.
LekDog.
Hello.
Nick.
It's got to be me. Hello.
Hello? No. And Jono.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello.
Yeah.
So it's Jono. Jono. Your echo coming through the mic. So go cog, audio, echo cancel.
So everyone who blamed me, boom.
Echo cancellation.
Yeah, if you turn that on, it should fix it.
All right, we're on.
There we are. Shut everyone's mic off as I'm talking. So here we go. Brought this back. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong thing. There we are. And it's Jono. So Jono first. Jono, your team should be on the screen now.
Still echoing.
No worries, Sean.
Am I good to talk or am I echoing?
You're good.
All right, sweet. So there's the team. I've kind of gone all, if anyone knows South African rugby and their coach, Russie Erasmus, is known for basically rage subbing out a whole line on a rugby field at one time. So that's kind of what I've done here with the back line. So sorry, Nick, your boy's one and done. Is out. Sard's out injured. McGovern, I've put McGovern out for the moment. I'm waiting to see others Higs line up. Lynch will obviously play, and then it's probably a matter of how tall they go with their young fellas. They'll probably play Jonty Fall and whether or not they play Harry Armstrong as well. I'm dumping Liam Reedy after one game as well. I wasn't so impressed with what I saw, and I thought particularly if Vossi likes going with the two rucks, which is a very interesting decision considering how every other team played with the fifth man on the bench, and we were the only ones that were outside of the ordinary and going with the two rucks. So if he wants to do that, I'd love to pick Hudson O'Keefe because I think he offers a little bit more, particularly forward of the ball when he is playing that forward role, and just with the forward line, having someone who can actually crash a pack and not be afraid to hurt someone is actually good. So Sard for Boyd, like for like. I haven't picked Blake Acres, even though he got through the VFL. I kind of liked how Ollie and Chessa worked. So I like that, and I'm putting Carroll in. Carroll's going to push up, play a bit more of that wing role. Lockie Cowan plays if he's fit. I don't know if he will be deemed fit enough, but he's going to play. I can hear that echo now. That's lovely. The other, I guess, big thing is I'm not bringing in Wade Dirksen until Haynes is fit or until one of Young or McGovern get their shit together, purely for the reason is that it's just going to be too unfair on Wiedering to have a second gamer and a first gamer next to him, taking on and basically holding down the backline, particularly when he's still got busted ribs. So there's the team. Open up.
So, Jono, when you looked at this team, if Nick Haynes is injured, who is Dirksen coming in? Who's your guy?
If Dirksen's not coming in, then I'm probably going to keep Lewis Young in, and that's based off he's had a decent preseason. I can understand playing on Charles is not the greatest baptism of fire, particularly when everything's going against you. So I'll probably give him another crack if Haynes isn't fit. McGovern, I don't know. McGovern wasn't even going to be on the list for this year. So the fact that he's lined up opening round is probably says a bit about our tall stocks and why we put
Got to get him
Dirksen
to
on the
100
list.
games, Jono.
Well, yes, because we need Hamish McGovern to come in and be the saviour of our backline in 20 years' time or whatever it is. But no, I really hope we see minimal Mitch McGovern this year as literally that stopgap. And for me, Haynes is our second best key defender on our list, and it's the best of a not amazing bunch, particularly with Harry O'Farrell out injured. So that's, in a long-winded answer, I'm keeping Young instead of Haynes.
With says us, is my mic better now? Because I've just switched to a different mic. Any concern with playing Cowan and Carroll didn't play 4 quarters last week?
Yes, I am. But they're both in our best 23, and this is a must-win game. I'd probably err more with Lockie Cowan, particularly with his history of soft tissues over the last year. So if he needs another week of building up, and then we've got the bye, and then you sort of unleash him Good Friday, then I'm happy with that, even though it's pretty slim pickings. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But Carroll played about 3 and a bit quarters on the weekend, so I'm not too concerned about that. And if he's ready to go, he'd be ready to go.
Any questions from you guys?
Yeah, I'm interested to see Haynes in your side. I understood he was injured. Have you heard something from the inside, mate? Are we going to see him this week? Is there a chance?
The only thing that I've sort of got to go off is that he was training with the main group last week.
Cool.
So whether or not that's just him reintegrating into full training, or whether it's him reintegrating into full training or there's something else there, then that's the reason why I picked him.
Be nice to see some additional leadership there in the defence.
Yeah.
And Jono, Matt Gondolfo, did you consider Byrne? And Ashley and Sean asks, would you put Cripps? What are you going to do with Cripps? A lot's been said about Cripps this week. Is there anything that you're thinking?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, the talk about the skip. We've kind of got to 2-game sample size now against roll gold opponents, in Origin and round 1 to sort of see where it's gone. It was interesting that he started both quarters in the second half forward. So, no, I still want to see him in the midfield being the leader. So there's no way known that I think I'm going to pull him out of there. Have we lost Pom?
Yeah, we're just testing if it's him or one of us echoing.
Oh. Pom, speak.
Is that better?
No, someone else is the culprit.
It's probably me, but I'm going to go off mute
Jono.
very, very soon. I'm going to go on mute very, very soon, and you won't hear
Okay,
from
well,
me for the rest of the-
we'll have a look at that, and we'll see. We'll come back to Jono. We'll see if we can fix it in the back end. But we will go with LekDog. LekDog, your team should come on the screen any second now. There you are.
Okay, let's see. Am I echoing chat? I can hear myself in someone's mic. Just make sure everyone's mic's muted. All right, I think it's working now. I just will talk and won't let any of you respond. I think that's the way to go. So coming out of my team, young for reasons which I don't want to get into in front of Nick. Saad comes out of my team. I barely... look, I was playing him in the forward line list at the end of last year, and he came back and hurt himself, and, I'm just pulling him out of the team. Gov, I know we want to get him to 100 games, but he is going to miss for me. We'll get him his 2 games in the last 2 rounds of the season. And then Fogarty, I just fundamentally disagreed with him being in the team last week. If you're not going to tackle and you're not going to kick goals, you don't need to be in the team. In comes Boyd for his kicking ability in defence over Saad. Him, Florent and Williams are going to be the engine room for sort of our rebound 50s and launching our attack. Wade Dirksen comes in now. Jono, I know you want experience backing Wiedering up, but I'm telling you, Wade Dirksen's the best player on Carlton's list, and he can come in and do a job for us. Matty Carroll comes into the team. I know he didn't...
I thought I made you happy with picking your boy Hudson.
Well, yes, that was very nice.
Jeez, you move on very quickly.
Huddle, get back into this team. Matty Carroll, he played almost a full game last week. I'm pretty happy rolling him through as sort of my 7th defender, knowing that Ollie Hollands can rotate back there as well. Campbell Chesser can if we need him to. And then giving the debutant to Byrne because I want another small forward in this team. And he doesn't have to play a full game if we don't need him to. Hewitt's the last selection on my bench because I don't want 17 inside midfielders, but I'm also not going to be the guy that drops Hewitt or Cripps this week. But gee whiz, I'm tempted to because I think we're going to function as a better team. The issue is we're paying them both a shitload of money and they're our more experienced players and we're always going to go back to the well and pick them. But I just think the team's built incorrectly having them and Lord in this team. And I think Lord's got the most upside. So that's my team. I'm pretty happy with it. Moya saved by lack of other forward options.
So when you look at like this team, LekDog, right? And this is my question, and chat, get your questions in. With the Cripps and Hewitt shenanigans, where do you think that goes? Like, let's just say, because there's no way you're going to have Hewitt. You're not going to have Hewitt and Cripps in there. You know how you're going to do that. What would be your master plan to negate that? Is that one of them spurts inside and the other one has a different role? Because I just don't know where you could play Hewitt and Cripps.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's weird, isn't it?
It's really tough. Like at times when Hewitt played at Sydney, he played like he spent a season playing in defence. Like that's not the answer, but the fact that they were doing that because they had so many midfielders at the time is interesting. The fact that we played Cripps forward last week, particularly in the third quarter when we were desperate to keep up that contested dominance. Because, by the way, if we're going to dominate contests but only be 2 goals up, we're never going to win a game this year. So moving him to the forward line just doesn't seem to work. How many goals has he actually kicked for us? I don't know what the fix is. And the fix might have to be, well, Lord doesn't play in this team, but we've just extended him, and he was probably our second best player last week. So he's the awkward one. And then we've got Chera as well, who at some stage is going to be in this team. So I don't know what the solution is, Bob. It's play him in the wrong spot, but we've got players who can play in those spots.
Any questions from the panel?
Just again, dropping Fogarty. I know he was shit. I know he was terrible, but do we think that Taylor Burn's going to be any better?
I mean, at least he's got upside. I mean,
Yes.
we know what Fogarty's going to do. He'll have the occasional game where we're dominating and he's got 10 tackles and a goal. And then he'll have games like he did on the weekend where he had no tackles and no involvement in the attack. He had, 14 disposals running around like a headless chook. Like, at least Taylor Byrne, we can go, he hasn't played a game before. That's the reason. But, like, what... Coaches do this, right? Or coaches who are in peril or danger do this, where they just go back to the well of like the mature age guys, the guys that have experience, because they know, like, well, as a floor, I'm going to get 15 disposals out of Lockie Fogarty. But I just think it's just the wrong decision. Now he'll play bloody 20 games this year for us, but this is my team, and I don't want him in it.
LekDog, question Sean as well. Off the back of the question, would you do similar to other clubs and have the older players be off the bench? And we saw the success of Pendlebury this week, playing limited minutes. Probably the funniest press conference I've ever seen as well, from Ross the boss, who tried to say that they absolutely dominated with the idea and they negated the game. And then you actually check the stats and everything that Ross said in his press release made up. Could that be where Cripps is used as that like impact as well? Like, I genuinely think we use our bench and our sub, and I don't know what chat think, the worst in probably the last year and a half. I think that sub, when it was a sub, was shocking, but our bench rotations are probably the worst in the league.
Yeah, well, look, the issue. Okay, so the worrying thing with someone like Pendles, who's 465 years old, is that Cripps and Hewitt are like 30. Like, Cripps is going to turn 31 in 2 weeks' time, something like that. But they're not actually that old. Like, they're still in what should be their prime. It's just that role, that pure inside contested role, if you don't have any other strings to your bow, which they don't, it limits you, and we're going to struggle. So, it's going to look good over the next 3 weeks when we're dominating contest against younger teams, younger midfields, and we're able to convert the score on the scoreboard. We're going to be pretending that everything's okay. But the second we come up against a good team, we're going to be exposed in the same way. Because I don't think Cripps and Hewitt really, unless you're going to play them 65% game time, I don't think they've got the ability to have that burst.
I love it. Matt Gandolfo asked, the Reedy Pito combination, how long do you give that to bear fruit? And the rest of the panel as well. And chat, how long do you think that is something persevering with? Is that a pro Reedy Pit?
Look, I'm going to give it a few more weeks, with the caveat being that that Harry Mackay is not like Harry Mackay standing in the goal square for me. And I think that's the caveat. If he's not going to be doing that in the real life, Reedy's probably superfluous. Hudson O'Keefe is also a fantastic option. But for now, just let me have a look at it for a couple more weeks.
Love it. Jono? Jono, Reedy Pitternet.
Sorry, I'm just having a boomer moment trying to unmute myself.
To be fair, I think it's fixed. I think it's fixed from Jono's end.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not.
It's obviously not.
Kate in the chat, confirm. Anyway, I think he's still on my team. I've already fired him. I've already fired Reedy, and I'm bringing in O'Keefe. So, no, you need someone a bit more mobile.
Well, I mean, my question to you on that, Jono, who is it? Do you think long term that's Hudson, or do you think that's a Lewis Young rookie, or going back to Cripps? Where would you go with that?
Certainly not a Lewis Young. Yeah. I think I'm just going to shut up because the chat just doesn't like my
I think we
echo.
need chat to send in some donations so we can send a headset to your house. You need to mute yourself, Jono. Love you.
Well, cheers for that to LekDog. Poor Jono. Like,
I know.
it's weird because Jono's settings, he's saying he's got echo cancellation on, and it's weird. Why am I getting blamed now?
You're just
Because you're
unfairly
in charge,
judged,
Pom. Fucking sort it, man.
unfairly judged.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? They were. Tell you
Just
what,
to clarify, while we're here, there's no echo when my mic's unmuted.
No.
Okay, I changed the audio input, Jono. So if you go to like the mic settings, right, there'll be like a default, and then it'll be your normal mic. Make it your normal mic. So mine's like default Arctis Nova, and then there's another option that just says Arctis Nova, which is my headset. So change it to that and see if it works.
How's that?
Hello?
It's the exact same.
Better?
I agree with SARS. Just write down what you want to say and hold it up to the camera, John.
I will echo when Jono's on because my voice will go through because I am always talking and asking Jono the questions. So that's why. Like, if you can hear the person's voice, that's not the echo. It's the other
It's
person.
mirrored.
It's on.
I love it. Well, here's OnlyCarlton's team, a really strong team here. I can see a debut alert. Take it away.
Yep.
Debut alert.
I've straight up just Jack Eisen coming in. All right, I wanted to burn the whole team down, if I'm being honest. And then I looked at our VFL list, and I'm like, man, it's slim pickings. It's not looking good. So obviously, Jack Eisen coming in, Moya goes out for him. I feel like it's a bit rough on Moya, but I don't see where you would debut Jack Eisen other than this week. And Moya can work his way into the team. Like he's proved it before that he can do well in the VFL and make his way back in. Dixon coming in, Lewis Young going out. Lewis Young, bro. Again, Nick, I know he's your boy, but fuck, bro, is he hard to watch sometimes? Palm's gone.
He can't stand your bloody trash talk. That's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's because I was on the field and he was like, "That's only Carlton. I'm not playing good for him."
Yeah, bugger him.
So Dirksen coming in. Look, again, I agree with the sentiment. I like last week we all brought in. I'm pretty sure the most of us brought in Taylor Burn and Wade Dirksen, but I think bringing him into a game like that where we got smashed in like enemy territory, it would have done terrible for their confidence and the way that they worked back in. So bringing them in now against Richmond, who I don't want to say it, but it should be a team that we're gonna beat, right? Hopefully, fingers crossed. They won't have anywhere near the same intensity as Sydney, so it'll be an easy game for them to come into. It'll be great. Jordan Boyd coming in for Sard. This was hard. I don't know whether to pick Jordan Boyd or Matt Carroll, but I feel like Boyd. I feel like Boyd has more upside than Matt Carroll. I feel like he's obviously older. He's more matured. I feel like he's a better kick. I feel like he's not as good defensively as Matt Carroll, but he's better offensively, and I'd prefer more offensive halfback than Matt Carroll. Also, I like Boyd. There's this one clip of Boyd. It's beautiful. It's him there's a player that goes to bump him and he dodges him, and the player falls over. It's beautiful. So he's got a bit of dog in him. That's great. Taylor Byrne coming in. I never want to see Lockie Fogarty in his team ever again. He just like LekDog says, he just runs around. Like he generally is just out there doing suicides. He runs to like the 50 and then back to the other 50. That's all he does. I don't understand. Like, even if you want to look at tackles and stuff, I'm pretty sure the kid doesn't even lay tackles. Did he lay a tackle that game? I'm pretty confident he didn't lay a tackle that game.
Not one tackle.
So all the Michael Voss supporters oh, he's a pressure player and all that, bro. I don't want to hear it. I never want to see him again unless he's kicking goals. I'm sick of the cop out where he's like, oh, he's a pressure forward, bro. You're a small forward. Kick some goals and lay some tackles. It's not hard. It cannot be that hard. Yeah, and then Nick Kane's coming in if he's available. If he is sick, I feel like we missed him last night in that intercept role. Harry Dean played it pretty well, but Nick Kane's just way more experienced. He's a little smaller. Richmond don't really have a big-bodied forward, so I feel like he'd do well as long as he does better than last year against Richmond. That's it's a pretty low bar.
Yeah,
Mate, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. If Nicholas Haynes isn't fit, what would you be doing with that injury?
So my actual answer, the one I want to say, is I'd rather play me. I'd rather I go out there and put on the boots. But the logical answer is going to be Lewis Young comes in. The club actually said, I think John Ralph reported on it. He was like, "Oh, the club's happy with how you lined up on Logan McDonald." This is the same club that conceded 12 goals in a quarter. I don't believe a word out of their mouths. So,
mate, I agree. Some questions coming in from you for chat while the guys in the chat in our group think of a question. But VFL, no VFL, obviously. They only had a scratch match at the weekend. Is that a concern for them to step up straight away, or are you just at the stage now? Ison's had quite a good block in pre-season and intra-club, just get him thrown straight in.
yeah, I mean, there's no better. I mean, Richmond are arguably the second worst team in the comp. This will bite me. I know it'll bite me, but the second worst, they're only better than West Coast, right? There's no better team for a player like Ison to play against than now. Like, just make your debut, go out there, have fun. Plus, Ison's been, bro. I've been big on Ison even since the open trainings. Like, since we started training again, he's been incredible. He works hard. He looks big for his age. Like, he's a kid, but you wouldn't think it. Like, so I feel like exactly what we need as well. He's a high half forward that can kick some goals, has some speed, and has good ball use. So, no better time than to bring him in now.
Mate, I love it. LekDog, any questions for Younger too? She's gone with youth experience against one of the youngest sides in the comp. Would you be confident?
I mean, I'm confident we'll win the next 3 games and think we're a competent football club. I'm just interested what you think about Ollie Hollins. He's caught quite the ire this week from Pommy included, and probably understandably. But Ollie Hollins on the wing for you, is that his role all day? Does he have another role that he rotates through? What are you thinking?
Same as last week, really. Just have him transition between him and Florent on that wing. I didn't see an issue with him on the wing. I thought he did pretty well. I know he ran through the middle a couple times as well, which I got called for, by the way. So Michael Voss, if you're listening, bro, you're welcome. Any advice you need, hit me up. But yeah, I think he's fine on that wing. I think he owns that wing the whole year.
Yeah,
lock it in.
Right. Mr. Nick, you were there at Sydney. You saw it with your own eyes. What do you think of this team? Do you feel like this team's more balanced? Is it second quarter half proof?
I feel like most of the outs are definitely warranted, and you know what I was seeing out there, and I said to a couple of people was, it's a kind of a changing of the guard thing. Like every time an older, more experienced player got it, we saw the Carlton evolve, and it was the new recruits, you know, be it experienced recruits or you know rookies, were trying to get that exciting brand of football going. And I think at this point of the season, right, it's round 1 this week. We've got to bring new blood in and see what works, what doesn't work, and try and find a new way. What Doherty said was alarming. Smash our mids, you smash Carlton. So we've got to play around that.
Jono, any questions? Let's see if it's fixed. You logged in. You logged back out. I'm excited.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
We're on. Baruch Hashem.
Nah.
Everyone else just mute while Jono talks.
Dropped.
Everyone else just mute while Jono talks.
I dropped Moya. I was toying with the idea of dropping Moya. You actually did it. What are you? Do you not want to just give him a run of games and like say I want to see something and like give him parameters, or is it just one and done?
So again, I reckon he was pretty stiff, but I really want to see Jack Ison play, right? And I wouldn't play Jack Ison against Melbourne. I think Melbourne have a lot of like running half. Like they're more suited to play on a player like Jack Ison. And against North, I don't trust playing youth against North because North is not a game I want to lose. And then after that, we have a hard run. So if anything, if Jack Ison comes in now and kills it, bro, and then kills it the week after and the week after, I'd rather have him in the side than Moya. And plus, I want to bring this up as well. We're really tall. With Reedy in the team, we're really, really tall. So Hayward plays taller than he is, right? Moya, who's 6'2", he plays like a tall forward. Mackay and Kemp, well, that's pretty much 4 talls, right, in our forward line. Last week I had Reedy out. I had Reedy in this week because seeing Pitnet go forward is something that we need. If Mackay's going to be running down the field and like on the wing, Kemp cannot be our only target. So Pitto was our most dangerous forward last week. Bro, he kicked 3 goals, had 20 touches, 20 hitouts. So if having Reedy in allows Pitto to move up like that, I'm happy to have like a pretty tall forward line, but not 4 or 5 talls. That's why one of them needed to go. It wasn't going to be Hayward, so it was going to be Moya.
I love that. I think you've done that very well there. So sorry, chat. Do bear with us. Jono's going to fix it because we do need Jono. He's a big part of this show. But we'll try and get your enthusiasm back, Paul. Sean, mate, you're one step ahead. It's almost like you've hacked into our admin chat. We've just said that. Jono, let us know when you're ready and you can be on mute. But here's my team chat. Get your questions in. Panelists get there, but I remove Sard injury, Young ability, McGovern ability, Fogarty, want to see something different, Reedy and Moya. I've got rid of my issues. I'll go through the outs. That makes it easier, I think, for everyone. Sard injured. Moya, I love a little bit of Moya, right? But my issue with him was it was the apathetic effort that I saw, particularly in the fourth, when he missed that set shot. His head went, and for me, we are in a situation that we need to get wins. VFL starts this week. I'm okay with him. He's got a lot of time to go. Boyd comes in. I've looked at our backline. Our backline movement was horrific last week. So if Cowan is fit, which according to the club, that was his pass mark in the VFL scratch match, I want to see him there. Boyd, I want to see him there. I don't like the fat count and try and run it through. I love Zach Williams, and I loved how he moved the ball off the back half. I want to add that with Dean, Cowan, and Boyd, who seem to like to do that. Elijah Hollins and Walsh on the wings. I want to see a little bit more ostentatiousness on that wing. Lord in that horrible position. I'm a hypocrite, but I want to see him in the midfield, half-forward rotation. Forward line speaks for itself. The big changes, O'Keefe, I need a second ruck. So I'm not a big fan of Reedy. When I saw him there, his second role was the one that was really obscure watching Carlton last week. He didn't really play down back. He didn't really do anything forward. Want him to get a little bit of form in there. And then the bench, to steal what Sean said, I want to see a bit of dynamism on that bench. So I tried to structure the team so you could see what I was thinking. I want to see a lot more runners. And I think from watching what Voss wants to do, runners is essential. Run is key. So you've got a lot of players there that have multiple positions. Carroll, halfback, wing. Chesser, wing, halfback. Florent, halfback, wing, half forward. And Ollie Hollins has done just about everything. Taylor Byrne, all the top clubs in the league at the minute are playing that fifth as someone who plays 50, 60% and impacts. I'm quite happy for Taylor Byrne to be that impact across half forward. When O'Keefe goes into the ruck, Pitternet purely rests. We go a little bit smaller in the front half of the ground. So for me, that is a heavy rotation is where Carlton are best. And to answer your question, Sebastian, great link up. Williams was playing on the ball in the first quarter in pit patches. Elijah Hollins can play across half forward and also played halfback in the fourth quarter. Got a lot of rotation there, so I've tried to steal a little bit of what I like from GWS. The ability to be... I think the only way Voss can play his system is having 8 or 9 players roll through the midfield so they stay fit and healthy. And I've tried to give him the best chance. Usually when I pick my team, I play my tactics. Here I've tried to pick a team for what Voss is trying to do and try and give him all the runs. So, LekDog, any questions for me, young man?
Yeah, I'm going to reiterate. I have an answer for this, but the few people are asking about, are we sending the wrong message if you're axing so many players after round one? Well, let me reframe that question, Pom. what would it say to the players who allowed 12 goals in a quarter if you didn't make any changes?
Look. For me, there is I mean this with respect, and I'm going to say what Atush said as well. This could bite me in the ass, but if Carlton lose this week to Richmond, it is all over, right? So I know people have this mindset, just one game. My angst isn't coming, LekDog, from one game, and I mean this with all respect, but I think people have got their heads in the clouds. It's just one game. This is a systematic issue that second halves have been there in Voss's tenure, in Teague's tenure, and Bolton's tenure. And on Bolton's tenure, it was that they were young. In Teague's tenure, it was that we didn't have the right fitness coach. At the start of Voss's tenure, Russell was an idiot. Now we've got a guy that had the fittest side in the league. It isn't fitness for me. It's the energy we burn in the game. So for me, last week, I think a big part of the fourth quarter, McGovern Young checked out. Sard was injured. Fogarty is only in the team if he tackles, and he didn't tackle. Reedy, there is no second role for him. And Moya, for me, is the only one I'm dropping from a standards-based issue, that he stopped leading and stopped chasing. He had 4 tackles up till the point in the fourth. He was probably our most defensive player. That worried me, and I don't want a player in the furnace where if Carlton lose, we're under a microscope. So for me, yes, people say back in the team, make minimal changes. If you're tolerating that, you are part of the problem. Like for me, if you are saying going unchanged, that is why Carlton are bad, because don't believe the media saying that Carlton are too emotional. Emotion is amazing. Collingwood won a game on the back of their fans last night. There is certain levels of acceptability in professional sport. And unfortunately, that second half, tactics were horrible, but also player performance was. And we've got to set a standard, and we are kissed on the dick that we get a young team in the same situation as Carlton right now in Richmond. With all due respect, they need to get game time in and learn a system. So do we. We're just a lot older than them and more experienced. So why not give the young boys a chance?
I will also add, Pom, which you alluded to, is that this is not the result of 1 week. It's the result of the last 30 weeks of football. Like, it's the same story every week. Like, just because there's a new number at the end of 2026, like, we're literally doing this show like we were doing it in round 3 last year, you know? Nothing's changed.
Yeah, and Neil, I mean, I wish it was fumbles. I mean, I watched Collingwood last night, and the most obvious thing for them is it's not a skill thing that they do. The simplest change Carlton could make, and it's why, back to my team, I have picked players that do use the ball, is just, there was a passage of play in the third where the fullback gets it, he goes to the back pocket like Carlton do, he's chipped it to centre-half back. St Kilda have come really hard in their forward press, and there is only an option to go long down the wing. All the short options are gone. They then go backwards and then go back to the back pocket, and they go to Josh Dacos at halfback. That causes Liam Ryan and Max Hall to come off their men to close down the man on the mark, but also stop a runner, which opens up Nick Dacos just in front of centre-half back. That little 2 extra touches stopped the left-hand side kicking defence to move and come across the ground. And we were doing that beautifully in the first quarter. Zach Williams exploited it. Under pressure, though, we kick it very quickly. It's almost like we're forced to. And I think there's a problem in itself in the selection last week. Sardlub's running it. Mitch McGovern isn't a standing start kick. He always takes 2 or 3 meters before he delivers the pass. That backline there, in my opinion, all of them are quite content marking, kicking. And the big change, if people have noticed, centre-half back Wheater in. I want him to be the controller. Dirksen, you just take a big guy. You just stay there. You give it out to my distributors. So I don't think it's that hard. I know it's a tactical issue. It's also a player issue. But I think the change is quite simple if we're willing to make it. But as Carlton fans, I would rather us get more emotional about the team selection as opposed to the result, because I think that's impractical. Saying stupid shit on YouTube isn't going to fix it. What is going to fix it is actual suggestions, and I think the personnel is wrong for how we fix it.
The result in itself wasn't even that bad. The issue wasn't that we lost to Sydney. It was that we faded out in the exact same way we did all of last year and the second half of like the year before. It just after a whole 15, 20 new personnel changes, if you count the coaching staff and players, you don't want to see that happening, right? And again, it's like LekDog said, it's a standards issue, yeah. So if there's senior players like I saw like Young, like McGovern, who just stopped chasing, like Fogarty, who just stopped playing after halftime when the going got tough, you have to set that standard where they can't be in the team. Like, it's not burning the club down, it's not overreacting, it's not too many changes. It's, bro, we can't lose this week. I am genuinely concerned about the future of the club if we lose this week.
Look, there's always a risk, and I think we're a beautiful side to play. We're a beautiful side. Like, if I was Richmond, I mean, the team talk is easy, isn't it? Stay within touching distance of the Blues, and that pressure's going to build. All you've got to do is, the perceived pressure is probably greater than the actual pressure, isn't it? Like, to be honest, if at 3/4 time that game is 68-69 in either favour, that crowd is going to be nervous, isn't it? The energy is going to be horrific.
Bro, if we're up by 40, I'll be nervous.
It's funny.
I remember
to answer your question, Song, I did think of it. But when I was reading the report and the fact that Evans didn't play in the VFL game, that was a big call for me in the terms of I don't want to risk him. I think Francis Evans, we've got a luxury with all due respect of Richmond that we don't have to put our best 22 out and rush them back. We can. Taylor Byrne should be, and that forward line should be able to handle Richmond with all due respect to Richmond. If it doesn't, there's big problems at the Carlton Football Club. But there is enough players on that bench there that Francis Evans is the icing on the cake. He's not the cake. So I don't want to risk it, because wouldn't it be the worst thing? Francis Evans does an 8-week injury purely coming back because we're desperate for a win. I'm more wanting the win through application.
Just a question.
Yep. Go for it.
First of all, am I echoing?
No.
Thank God. Just on Williams, you mentioned him before, and also with Lige spending time at half back, which I thought was a bit weird. But Williams starting the first set of bounce of the game. Thoughts?
Yeah. Look, I'm going to be totally honest. I think people I've watched every review this week of the game, right? Every review anyone's done. And by Flemington straight, and this is, you know me, I'm not an arrogant human being. I felt like the best was mine, right? Because I don't think anyone actually mentioned that first half was okay. It wasn't brilliant. It was even Stevens. The one thing I would take out of the game that I think was an incredible positive was Michael Voss did try some new things that I liked, and that was one of them. I thought you've got to play your aces to their strengths, aces in your places. Zach Williams ain't the greatest kicker in the world. Zach Williams ain't the greatest footballer in the world, but one thing about him is he gets the game moving on the front foot. And I thought there was no surprise in that first half. Walsh, Jagger were all at their best, mainly because Zach Williams is a get on the front foot, and Sydney had to defend. And I thought it was quite simple to beat Sydney. You've got to get them defending as quickly as possible. And that's how all the teams have won this year. The thing that was missing in the second half, I felt, was just a little bit of control. And to Gab's point, I don't think it's leadership. I think it's actual noising, like intelligent. It's just like IQ, sport IQ. It's not leadership. It's having the bravery. And Zach Williams stopped having that bravery. If you notice, he did that stupid overhead kick he does. He started doing that. Instead of looking for the short option, he was the first. Wietering, incredibly guilty in the second half of doing it. So I don't think it's leadership. I think it's game management, and we don't have that. So my mindset, and I don't know where you come and I don't know where you go, chat, I think the best thing to do when you don't have that He's put players whose default statuses are the habits you want to ingrain. So that's why I picked this team. All these guys genuinely like playing with the ball and getting the game moving forward in the hopes that when the game goes bad, that's all they do. And there's more of them than there is the panickers. So to answer your question, I loved it. That was something I wanted to kiss Voss for. Finally, you're making a change that is positive.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting, particularly when you're trying to inject some leadership in there and inject some oomph, inject some dynamism, which is why I really like the bench that you've got, because it's Florent, it's Carroll, it's Ollie Hollands. All three of those guys like to get the game moving forward. And you kind of look at the way that your centre line is now. It's like you've got Walsh is going to run all day. Elijah Hollands, I don't know what the frick he had on his boots in Sydney, but he didn't know how to kick. But he was also a classy kick most of the time. And then you got Cripps there, who's the leader, who probably had his worst game since Dylan Clark got the better of him in Brendan Bolton's last game.
Wow.
And so that was a long time ago. So you're thinking, how can we continue to inject the dynamism in this team, which is why I didn't mind the Williams starting. I want to see more of it. The question is, though, and Wiedering said this immediately after the game, and I think everyone noted at just how quickly we went back into our shells and our habits of doing things the old archaic way that we did last year that didn't work, is just how long is it going to take for it all to become second nature, as opposed to just going like, oh, let's just go back to what's safe and what might actually help us stem the flow.
I think that's been our problem.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? When Wiedering said that, you know what annoyed me is also our structure went back to habits. So like, I was going through the stats. Walsh hardly saw on the ball in the first half. Was terrific. In the second half, Hewitt and Cripps were being used almost sparingly in that first half on the ball, and almost like Bontempelli. If you watch the Doggies game, they go to Bon when there's a 2-goal run on. They go to Bon, and to use Gav, I think this is the best comment I've ever seen in a live. Like, because that's what Bont did. They put Bont in that hot zone, and he laid a crunching tackle on Lockie Neal, got hold in the ball. He kicked that big goal in the third. We were using Cripps and Hewitt kind of like that in the first half, going, right, okay, we need an extractor. We've got all these sexy young players around to move the ball. The second half, I blame Voss. After we kicked the first two, they kicked the next two, and then suddenly I saw Hewitt, Cripps, Walsh at centre bounce. And I was like, it's so negative. It's almost
reactive.
Like...
His default response. Yeah.
And then they put Zach Williams on Papley when Zach Williams was playing loose and having the time of his life. And I'm like, what? And then Kemp goes to fullback.
No.
And I'm like, but you've only had 2 and a bit goals on him. Like,
there was a tag on Goulding as well, and we needed that.
Yeah, but my brain's like, I understand Wiedering what he's saying, but I'm like, if your coach is doing it, you're going to be like, okay, here we go again. So it just felt like everyone at the second half, and I feel that's what Carlton fans are missing, and I mean this nicely, I've covered so many losses every week for other teams. We get bogged down on just the result and what happened. I'm looking at the why is so repeatable, and it's actually like monotonous. Like, we will look like we run out of legs. We will burn chances inside 50, and then we'll say, what if we kicked that goal at 10 minutes ago? Then the fans will say it's only one game, or I hear the most ridiculous thing. We're called the Blue Baggers. Like, you've got to support us. You don't bag your team. And then you'll get people saying it's the board's fault. And I'm like, moron. The board don't send the players out there playing like that. They can be idiots. There's still people competent there. And it's just a vicious cycle. And I'm like, wouldn't it be great if someone just tried something different, right? So just tried something different and just owned it, that it was... Like, I don't understand. Like, I have kids. If I ever and I mean this nicely with all due respect, if I ever did what the general consensus of Carlton fans did with kids, my kids would be serial killers. Like, genuinely. And I'm so thankful my children can take criticism with love, because it's horrible. Like, if that was my kids, it was rubbish. It was useless. It wasn't even worth me watching. I wish I didn't wake up in the morning so I didn't have to see that. So this is how we stop that, because I'm sick of seeing it, and I'm sure you're sick of being rubbish at it. That's what we need to be. And I think I look at it, and it genuinely disappoints me, Nick and Jono and Carlton fans in the chat, that we do the same things over and over again.
Predictable, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I loved about the first half? I'll be honest, it was rubbish. It was inefficient. We worked way too hard for 8 shots.
Having a dip.
But it was fucking different. I can't remember the last time I've seen Zach Williams on the ball. I can't remember the last time I've seen Ben Ainsworth, a forward pocket, run back to 20 metres from our own goal to drag a player down, win the ball back, handball it, and then he finished the chain. I was like, this is crazy football. But as soon as it got hard, we ran away. And we went back to easy and safe. And before you know it, spot on, Damien, it is Stevie Wonder. Before you know it, I'm getting tired as a content creator that even the after game is boring to me now. It's the same. Someone does a clip saying it's the board. Someone does a video saying sack Voss. Someone does a video saying, no, we can't say sack Voss, it's just one game. Someone does a video saying, well, Geelong lost. It's not that bad, is it? Then people say you've got to get behind the team. Then people say you can't get behind the team. Then people say that I'm a better fan than you because I don't get angry. No, I'm a better fan because I expect standards. Then the media say we're too toxic. Then the media say we're too nice. It's sports. It's about winning and losing. That is what's important. And that's life. Winning and losing is more important than your feelings and anything else in life, because when you win, life is good. And I'm just trying to say what we're doing isn't good enough. We're never going to win doing that way. So why don't we try? That's all I want. Just try to win. And I'll be happy for the rest of my life.
You promise?
I'd rather lose by 100 playing a nice style of footy than losing 60 playing terrorist ball.
Yeah.
Kingsley said it himself, right? And this is why I backed GWS to beat Hawks this week. He said the players go, the system remains. We play our way. We'll play attacking. Joe Fonte, never heard of you. Ralston, never heard of you. They looked like the players they'd replaced. Clayton Oliver looked like Tom Green out there. And they played bold, aggressive football. Christian Petrarca comes from the most negative football team ever, apart from us. Goes to a team that values goals and attacking flair and urgency. Looked like he was. I like Petrarca watching him play for Gold Coast. That's what it's about. And like, I just think Sam Doherty made me sad this week because I heard a man who was genuinely all of us in chat. There's 120 of you here at the minute. It's LekDog conversations where LekDog looks like he's going to cry. It's a Touche looks like he's going to smash the house up. Nick is like, why do I spend so much money on this football club? And Jono's like, I've got to write 86 articles about these Muppets. I felt his pain. And it's that simple, man. Like, just do something different. And I will say this, Michael Voss, heed me. You play like you did the first half, you will never hear me criticize it, because I would rather lose by 100 playing that way. Exactly like Atush said, because that's going to pay us back later. When we change and go back to that wimp ball, I call it, it's just disheartening because, yes, Sydney were good, but we could have stopped it or at least put up some fight, and it would have been fun at the end of the day.
Yeah. So I put in I know we've got to move on, but I put in my season preview. There's just like, what the question was, what do you want to see after the first 6 rounds that will let you know if we're on the right path? And one of the things I wrote was, I don't mind if we're 2-4 after the first quarter of the season, but just show us that there is something different there and a discernible brand that we are working towards. If we're 2-4 losing exactly the way we lost the game against Sydney, then might as well pack it up, move on. Like, go home. But if we're 2-4 and you can actually see that, okay, yeah, they're working towards something. It's not clicking yet because they're still trying to get that cohesion. That at least fills you with some belief that it's going to turn.
Yeah.
Ah, amen. And look,
Yep.
Nick, you've picked a team here.
I've swung the axe, mate. I've swung the axe.
Take us
Young
through it,
axe.
because I like this team. I actually looked at this team when you sent me, and I was like, I can get behind this.
Yeah, so from what I was seeing out at the SCG was a lot of young or new recruit contributors and the old Carlton style. Whenever they got the ball, it looked like the old Carlton, and I think it's very predictable. So I think so early in the season, it's about trying to find some cohesion, throwing things around, and just seeing what sort of flashes you're going to get. So. Love you, Youngie. You know I do, mate. But I just want you to go out and find some form and work on your marking, dude. You don't have to double fist everything. There's quite a few times where you could have taken some good intercept marks and you punched it to a contest. A mark when you're when you're there and able to take it is always about holding possession. So I think you can go and have a couple of runs in the twos and be the general down there and get some confidence back in your game. Sard injured. McGovern kind of looked a little bit tired, old at times. So he comes out. Kempy was a strategic out for me because I wanted Hudson O'Keefe to come in. While Kempy, I think, played a pretty good game, I just wanted to change that forward dynamic because once the contest got against us, everybody dropped their heads. So I'm going for youth over that. So Fogarty, he did nothing. Reedy, I don't like the two ruckman game. Like in the history of all success, I can't remember anyone winning the premiership because they've got a two ruck attack kind of thing. It's always built around forward lines and defensive strategy, not around the fact that you've got two rucks so that one gets tired. I mean, Pito's pretty strong. He's pretty fit. Play him. Mackay can ruck in the forward line. Wiedering can take a knockout in the, if there's a throw in defence. So Reedy just needs a little bit of experience and exposure in the twos. So in comes Cowan. It's a bit of a no-brainer. He's a general. He's an attacking, strong footballer. Dirksen, like what I've seen in the warm-up matches. So Dirksen gets a run. He's going to play at centre half back and support Wieders. Flynn Young, we need some real excitement in the forward line. Flynn, he had a string where I think he kicked 4 goals in the twos. I know it's the twos in a practice game, but showed a little bit of form, and I feel we've got to shuffle the magnets a bit. In comes Byrne. There he is. Burns in, and go well, son. Good luck. And Carroll, I've always been a fan of Carroll. I think his delivery is pretty spot on. He has the ability to play a good defensive role, and he can play that role on the wing as well and rotate through there. So for the followers this week, like I think you said it, Pommy, if you've got Walsh, Cripps, and Hewitt in the midfield at the same time, it doesn't work. So Jagger Smith starts on the ball this week with Walshy. I want to see Walsh and Smith combining to get it out of there, and Cripps just being the ball blocking and being the heavy body. So yeah, we need to try something. I'm a little bit concerned about Richmond. I don't think we should be underrating them as much as we probably are. They towed us up last year. They are in a similar position as we are. And let's face it, we're not as good as we think we are. We've got to really try something. And I hope that we go at 65 to 70% pace for the first half so that we've got a tank to run out the game. We don't just die halfway through the third quarter. So they're my thoughts, and that's my team. And open to any questions.
Flynnstebation. Tell me about Flynn Young. Werribee icon. He had these moments in pre-season as well in some of the practice games. Where are you with Flynn? What do you see his role as? Like that would be probably the most exciting forward line he's ever played in, to be fair.
Yeah, it would. I see him as a bit of a little bit like I do Burn, just a little bit of a tip rat forward who can get in there, do the hard work, kick some snaggy goals, snap it from the boundary, and just inject a bit of enthusiasm and energy back into our forward line. The bomb long, the mark, or Harry Mackay is not. I don't know. He's not taking marks in the forward line at the moment. He's knocking everything to the ground, but there's nobody there to fucking pick it up. So hopefully, Flynn, Hayward, Ainsworth, some exciting smalls around the contest might be a help.
Right, I love it. Atush, any questions for our legend that is Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick, my favorite social media content creator. What do you want to see out of Hudson O'Keefe that you didn't see out of Kemp? Because I thought Kemp played in the first half, because second half everyone fell apart. In the first half, Kemp played that second tall role perfectly in my eyes. There's not much more he could have done.
I think he did too, to be honest with you. I was in a dealership today and I wrote my team and I completely fucking forgot. And I just made that up on the fly. But Kempy would definitely be in my top team.
I rate O'Keefe because I think he'd be better down the line than Mackay, because I would let Mackay play forward.
O'Keefe was my inclusion and out Reedy, to be honest with you. I completely Kempy, love you, mate. It was an oversight today. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Kempy played a good role. He didn't go missing. He probably should have kicked more goals. That first one was a bit of a sitter that he missed, and professional footballer, you can blame nerves all you want, but like that's all you fucking do, man. You shouldn't miss shots like that from 30 out.
No, not at all.
And I don't think he will again. I think it was just early game nerves. It was a bit on the line, He was the new Charlie Curnow, wasn't he, for us?
A great question coming in from chat from Marg. We had so many players pigeonholed in single roles, and they'd like to see Fogarty, Elijah, Ollie Flynn Young given different roles and playing through the middle. Kind of a common theme with all of our teams. Nick, where do you see that? Because that was like something that
I totally don't. Yeah.
I don't like Teague, and that was his whole mantra. You need two roles. And when Voss first came, it was like everyone's got to play a different role than the one. We have gone back to that, haven't we? Like Fogarty is a pressure forward. Flynn Young is a half forward. Can we go back to that, do you think?
I think we need to, Pom. Like, particularly with the issue that we've got with, the mids losing their tank. We absolutely need to be rotating the players. We need to be putting Cripps deep in the forward line for a rest, or down in the back pocket. They've got capability. Elijah Hollands can run really well. Chesser, from the small time that I've seen him play, he can play run with roll. We've seen Carroll play on wings. He's not just a back pocket. Absolutely, I think it's critical, and I think it needs to be done earlier and more often. Move the magnets.
I love it. Lek, any questions for the legend?
No, he's an intelligent man. He did what needed to be done.
Thank you, Lek.
I'm looking forward to picking this team.
Jono, any questions about this team?
No questions. Let's pick this team.
All right, let's do it. So, chat, remember, we've got the new voting system this year. You've got an online forum to do it, so that link will go in. Make sure you stay tuned. I'll start with you, Mr. Atush. Big Ben Headers in as well. Be nice to him. Richmond fan, but good human being. So, hey, I agree with you. Matt Carroll has been much improved, particularly his intercept game. I'd love to see him on the wing. He was in my team, if you watch earlier. But Atush, backman. Which is the first backman you save?
I'm going to be boring because I want to let the chat decide. I'm going to pick Wiedering.
Look at him. You see, this is where he's more fun. Chat, do it. I do the same. I'm guilty of it all the time.
Atush, you still got to earn your stripes here, man.
Sorry, bro.
Lek, backman.
Yep, Wade Dirksen.
Hey, Durka.
Except why I'm going to pick Wade Dirksen every week.
Durka.
You know what? I love that we've got Wayne Dirksen in. Right. Mr. Nick, who are you saving?
I am going to. Didn't have him in my team. I'm going to run with Boydie this week.
I love it. And Jono?
I'm saving the young fella, Harry Dean.
Very
Gonna be a superstar.
accomplished debut this week.
Absolutely.
Oh, God. You know what? He's got a great surname. Let's back it in. Sometimes got to back in your distant cousins. Right, chat. So, let me just delete these players. We've lost Wheaterin, we've lost Boyd, we've lost Dirksen, we've lost Williams and Dean. Right, okay. So, chat, if you head on into the link, you can make a selection. So, you only need to make one selection. If you go there onto this website now, you can bid on them. I'll give you a minute as we do some filler. I pressed the wrong button. I nearly shared my master sheet to you because I'm an idiot. But now they've got, when you were here last time, Jono, they've now got an online poll that they can do.
So it's no longer spamming the chat.
It's no longer me and LekDog and arguing about who wrote Boyd, and also they can't put stupid shit like Matthew Wright, fullback, and stuff like that. We've gone technology. You know what? I just actually saw a great comment in here. Sebastian talking about Cripps going forward and stuff, and we talked about it. Do you remember 2024 when we won? And that was like that was a big part of it, wasn't it? We used to throw Cripps ahead of the ball. I know people say Cripps can't kick and stuff like that, but that was kind of like a deadly selection, if you remember.
It was a different time. It was great. It was a great time.
Nice. Right, chat. I'll give you 10 more seconds. Cowan leading the way at the minute. Florent coming in.
This is
make
snazzy.
sure you get into that.
It's good,
Cowan.
isn't it?
Yeah.
We haven't worked out what we do if there's a draw, Pom.
To whoever's voted for Liam Reedy, like, fucking respect.
Tell you what, chat, go on. Next one that pushes it up. Oh, Cowan! Cowan makes the team. He is the best player in the league. So
Welcome back, Moo.
If he's actually fit and healthy this week, I'm going to be so excited. Oh,
you know what? Because it was we had the what's it called, didn't we? We had the tie. We'll set that up so if there is an injury to him, we'll go with the second place. So at least when I do the big thing, we know. So Cowan into the team. Okay, Atouche, midfielders, all Rucks.
Ooh. Shit. Elijah Hollins on the wing.
Elijah Hollins, I love it. So Lidge is in. LekDog.
Yeah, Camp or Chester on the other wing, please. He's lining up to become one of the boys.
Jack Noon's 2.0, mate.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
we're going to love him. Nick, midfielders or Ruck?
Jagger Smith. Come back. Go in.
We'll put him in the followers. Mr. Jono?
Give me, please. Fuck it, Hudson O'Keefe.
Leg's been shot.
He's done it. You know what? I'm going to save Herculean captain. So we need, chat, we need your help here.
Well,
we need a
Matt
midfielder.
Gandolfo's right, by the way.
You what?
Damien Barrett reporting that Doherty has been withdrawn from Blues function after criticism of the club.
Wow.
That's fucked.
Wow.
That's fucked.
Come on.
What fucking system are we running?
I fucking
Here we
hate
are,
this
chat.
squad.
It's coming in. You know what? I mean, genuinely, it didn't bother me. I know some people it bothered, but I mean, look,
He's right.
I've
Well-
heard way worse from Carlton fans, like genuinely, like
Like
well
me,
worse.
like me to Diesel.
Well, not just you, but I've heard way worse. Do you know what I mean? Like you know what? While you're voting on that chat, the poll is in there. Make sure you go and vote. I will say this: I think it's more offensive when Matthew Lloyd says there's zero talent on Carlton's list. I think that's more damaging to a player's mental well-being than Doc saying
The
you
ex-captain
take
telling the
Carlton.
truth. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, because I would be offended if I was told by a great of the game, oh, by the way, you're actually shit.
Lloyd's only got 8 years worth of built up like shit canning on the club now. So expect all of that to come out this year too. Just
Yeah, he used to suck us off when his brother was at the club. As soon as he left.
There you are. Walsh has absolutely steamrolled home, winning from Lloyd, Lord and Oliver Hollands. A little bit of an error that Pom kept Cripps there, but well done, chat. Midfield is complete. We're now on the forward line. Atouche.
I am picking Jack Eisen.
Who was that? Sorry.
Jack Eisen.
Another debut. Mr. LekDog.
So I'm just a bit thrown. Atouche just fucking throws grenades in this show. I love it. I'll pick Ben Ainsworth, please.
Benjamin Ainsworth. I love it. Nick.
I'm going to go the safe option and go our leading goal kicker, Pitnet.
Oh,
nice.
I'd love to see this starting bounce. Like, whatever it is. Ball up.
thank you, babe. And Jono.
Wilbur.
Haywood, where are you, Bubby? There you are.
Don't pick him.
We could be on something here. Remember Pitnet's 60-metre goal last year? He might be a bloody Coleman medalist in the making.
That was the happiest moment of the year.
You know what? I am big. I'm big on my boy. I'm going to back him in. Brody Kemp. He's royalty. Absolute royalty in my
Chat,
heart.
don't fuck this up. Chat, do not fuck this
So
up.
I'm going to bring him in. Chat, if you go into the link.
Atouche has given death threats.
Chat, don't you dare pick him.
There we are. Link is in there. I agree, Neil. I think he is. I think Peanut is super fit.
He's out to prove something with TDK gone.
Well, I was surprised we didn't play him for longer. It was only 60% of the game, 70% of the game time. I thought he looked like he could do 80.
Yeah, because that two ruck bloody thing that they've got a love affection for had to go into play, didn't it?
Unfortunately, this is going to be interesting. You know what, though, chat? I love the fact we've brought in some changes. Let's see how the live vote is going. I feel like we're doing the politics. Mackay leading the way. Flynn Young, though, hot on his caper. Reedy coming in late. Mackay staying with that 3-vote lead. I love this. This is fun to see. I love the fact someone's brought in Lewis Young. Nick, obviously, has got his kids upstairs right now going.
No, I'm logged in on multiple devices. I got my phone here, calculator here.
Like, do you remember that Japanese guy with the bike when there was Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Chat, it looks like Harry Mackay is safely in this team. Harry Mackay. Tell you what, don't mind that team, actually. It's starting to take shape. We'll go on the bench. Atouche, bench. Who are you going with?
Before I pick, I just want to say, chat, you had the chance to do the funniest thing ever and you failed. I'm picking Liam Reedy. I like the two rocks.
Oh,
Jesus. We are officially
Wow.
the tallest team.
I
in the
like the 2 rucks.
Jesus.
Okay, so why are we playing 3?
Seriously.
I didn't pick Hudson O'Keefe there, right? So blame Jono.
Hey, you're the new boy here. You can fuck off.
Hey.
Oh, shots fired.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Atush. Stay. We love you.
Tell you what, Pom complaining about we haven't got a role for Reedy. He's fucking Jesus. These guys better find roles within the first 12 minutes. LekDog, are you saving?
Can I give my pick to the chat for the last spot on the bench, and you go do the other 2 people first, or the other 3 people first?
We can do that. We can do that. Nick?
There you go, chat. Love you.
Ollie Florence.
I love it. Mr. Jono?
Cowan. For me, Lachlan.
I'm trying to work out how I make this team statistically smaller. You know what? Let's go Cooper Lord. It makes it smaller. It makes it smaller. Chat, we need your help. We need to make this team smaller.
Hear me out. You know how we like kicking it down the line? With 3 rucks, we can go straight from the back line to the wing to the forward line, just kicking it long. So, bro, that's
it would
that's
require one of them to take a mark, which is the potential weakness in the.
He's absolutely done it there. Which bench option, chat?
Yeah, we got Cowan there twice.
Have we?
Halfback flanking on the bench. He's good.
Who do you want instead of Cowan?
Cowan.
No, because we already had Cowan at the halfback line.
Oh, fuck. Then why'd you leave him there? Give me Flynn Young.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah, right, chat. If you go into that selection now, it should be updated. So if you go onto that.
The chat fucking trolling.
Chat, you know what? You know what, chat? I do love you guys. But I never thought it would be our selectors who change it up. I always thought, you know what, chat? You know I love you and I respect you loads, but I couldn't believe we have finally done it. Brought the straw poll in to keep you guys in check. Ollie Hollands, look at this. Thank God for this. We are going smaller. Did you all Google who the smallest player is?
Well, there you go. We got what we wanted.
Yeah, we got what
we dropped out of the team.
So Ollie Hollands is the last guy. Can you imagine if we'd kept Ollie Hollands if Ollie Hollands wasn't kept? You imagine?
We've just dropped the John Nichols medalist in round 1.
So here we are.
There we go.
Chat. This is unbelievable. He needs to be on some kind of register after this. But Boyd, Wheater, Dean, Dirksen, Williams, Cowan, Elijah, Cripps, Cheshire, Ison, Mackay, Haywood, Ainsworth, Kemp, Pittener, O'Keefe, Smith, Walsh, Reedy, Florent, Flynn Young, Lord, Ollie Hollands.
Crazy.
Dear Byrne, Carroll, Haynes, Hewitt, Moyer, and Young. Hewitt dropped sensationally. If you had your time, Atush, would you put Hewitt in for Reedy?
I would. I was going to just roll with it. I completely forgot that Hudson O'Keefe was named as a ruck. It slipped my mind. And then when you mentioned, LekDog mentioned there's 3 rucks, I was like, fuck. But I was like, you know what, I'm just going to roll with it.
Yeah.
Is that our first live shame retraction on the show?
Yeah.
Doing it for 5 years.
There it is. That looks better.
To be fair, though, chat, I don't mind that team. Obviously, Carroll doesn't make it. Byrne, Haynes. Moyer is the one that's been dropped. Young drops. Reedy drops. So that is a fascinating team, to be fair. O'Keefe returns as the second ruck. That's probably more traditional with the rest of the AFL this year.
Yep.
Innit? Because no one's played 2 rucks. St Kilda?
Yep.
That's the only team that played 2 rucks this week, isn't it?
Yeah. Sort of. Brisbane sort of did. Sort of. They played that Zalewski, whatever his name is. Anyway.
Well, chat, thank you very much. Atush, I'm going to put your links in the comment section, but what are you up to this week?
I've got like a preview of the Richmond game coming up. I also want to preview Pitnit's game. I'll review Pitnit's game as well. I've also got a vlog, another vlog. I'm going to the Richmond game. It's going to be probably as good as the first one as well. Even though I'm still going to give Charlie Kerno shit, even though he's not playing. I'm sure I'll catch some strays.
Geez, you had some strong words to say, didn't you?
Sure did.
Well, that is a good. Make sure you go and check him out on Instagram and all of his YouTube links. LekDog, what have you been up to? Any new articles that I can share with the world?
Yeah, one I think went out today. If it didn't go out today, it'll go out tomorrow on Code Sports. It's the 10 players that you should be drafting in your Supercoach draft. Like guys that are in no one's team. Other than that, I'm just partying with you, mate. We'll just be doing lives and team selections and Supercoach shows and fun stuff like that.
Mate, I love it. If you go onto this here, LekDog has about 105 articles there on Code Sports. Make sure you can give our LekDog some support. Nick, Horizon Finance, what are Horizon Finance up to? What can they do if they click this link? Let the world know.
Oh, look, I need a bit of a rest this week after what Sydney's done to me and that trip's done to me. So I'm in recovery mode and I'm just hoping to see a better football team this week. But if you do need advice on lending or credit files or anything like that, you can always shoot me a message and I will I'll find the strength to reply to you quickly and promptly and professionally, as I always try to. So.
Hey, make sure you go and check him out. Great man is Nick, big sponsor of this channel, and we absolutely adore a bit of Nick as well. He's a great guy, loves the Carlton Blues. Mental that he flies home and away all the time for these guys. I know. Pity you fought for his bank account.
It's a sickness. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. But I think I'll drive next time, and I'll for the money that I save, I'll put it towards my psychologist.
And Jono, where can we find you? Your link is going in there. Your Substack. What are you up to this week, Mum?
We're processing a Sydney loss, where it's going to be a review of sorts of different things that have happened with Carlton this week. Some of the games, some of the old media v new media, that type of thing. So that will drop before the Richmond game. Don't know when, but we'll see if it actually happens.
Mate, make sure you go and give Jono some support. Links are in there. What are we doing on the channel this week? There'll be probably a Supercoach thing with me and LekDog at some point this week when we tee up our schedules. There will be a Carlton preview. We've got all the lives should be scheduled. If they're not, let me know. But there will be 3 this week. Loads of content on your way, so make sure you like and subscribe. Give the stream a like on your way out. We'll see you next week. Now we've sorted Jono's mic out as well. There'll be no technical difficulties for 25 minutes at the start of the show. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Go Blues. And hopefully we got 4 points this time next week.
Up the baggers!
Redress